Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about Ansu Fati and Riqui Puig. I hope that everybody here is having a great Monday. Happy Monday. I hope everyone is doing well. There is so much that we have to discuss because yes, Ansu Fati is back. He has returned for the remaining 4 league games that we are going to be playing, and we are going to be discussing what is that going to look like. How many minutes is he going to receive? What's going to be his role? And then when it comes to Riqui Puig, of course, we are going to be talking about his future and what we could expect to see coming from Riqui Puig within this coming summer. Again, there's a lot that we do have to discuss, but before we go into any of this, I do want to speak about the partnership between Sorare and Barca Media. If you guys do not know who Sorare is, they are basically a digital collectible company and a fantasy football game where within that website you get to own your own digital cards. You can collect these digital cards, you can trade them with your friends, you can actually use these cards every week or weekend by placing them within a 5-man lineup, and depending on who you place and how they perform within that lineup, when that weekday or that weekend of matches does end, you are going to be winning special prizes. And so of course there are different tiers. There is the common tier, the limited tier, the rare tier, the super rare tier, and the unique tier. As you go higher and higher, these digital collectible cards do get more and more scarce, and we do have a very exclusive deal for you guys, which is basically going to be this. If you do use the link that I will be providing down below on the pinned comment and on the description box, if you buy 5 cards on auction, you do win 1 free limited card. Again, it's a very exclusive deal. You cannot find this nowhere else. It's a great way to support this YouTube channel, and you guys can also follow my account to see how I do every weekend, who I place every weekend or weekday. It's going to be a lot of fun. But now let's get back into the video and let's talk about Ansu Fati, because look, we need to know how this season is going to play out for Ansu Fati, and we also do need to win these next few games, and especially beating Real Betis in this coming Saturday, because that is what's going to solidify us to remain in the top 4. Beating Betis will be the final game for us to win in order for us to go into the Champions League next season, and we do want to see Ansu Fati be part of that success. And so in that game against Mallorca that did happen about 24 hours ago, he did make his debut, and there was many claps, there was cheering, there was tears. Many were so happy to see that their number 10 is finally back on the pitch. And so when it does come to these remaining 4 league games, Xavi does have one very clear idea on how Ansu Fati is going to be playing, and that's going to be this. He is going to be playing as a center forward for the remaining 4 games because he does want to see him closer to goal, and because he is going to be closer to goal, he is not going to be having those defensive duties like if you were to play as a left winger or as a right winger. When you are those wingers in Barcelona, of course you're going to have to run up and down. Xavi Hernández does not want to see Ansu Fati play within that role. He just wants to see him sitting inside the box and wait for the ball to come to him. It's going to lessen the chance of him facing an injury, and this is a smart move. Like, we know what Ansu Fati could do if he were to stay inside the box and receive the balls. He is someone who does have the instinct for goal. Like I have always said, he's very smart when it comes to moving inside the box, and it's a very easy decision because I know that Xavi does have a lot of wingers and he knows exactly that. If there were no wingers within Barcelona, we had like 1 or 2 more wingers after Ansu Fati, Xavi Hernández would not be making this decision because we can easily go for Ferran Torres on the left wing, or Dembele on the left wing, or maybe even Memphis Depay, who has been playing very well on the left wing. So there is no reason for Ansu Fati to be playing on the left. Yes, that is why Xavi Hernández is going to be placing him as a striker, and so it's going to be very interesting to see how all of this does play out. If we can see a front 3 for the remaining 4 games of Ansu Fati in the center, Dembele on the right, and Ferran Torres or Memphis Depay on the left, I would be very, very happy. It's a very, again, easy decision for Xavi. It is also very understandable, and it's also going to be very interesting to see how Ansu Fati does react. Now, when it comes to his minutes, right, are we going to see Ansu Fati play a full 90 minutes for the remaining 4 games? And it does say here, according to Javi Miguel, Ansu Fati is not expected to start in any of the Barcelona remaining 4 league games. The initial plan is that he plays 15 to 20 minutes against Betis and Celta in the next 2 matches respectively. If there is no setback, he could add 30 minutes against Getafe. And so you can just see that Xavi is very careful on Ansu Fati. Barcelona do not want to repeat the exact same mistakes. We want to see Ansu put his injuries behind him because many of us are dying to see a fully fit, a primed Ansu Fati and what he could do and bring to this Barcelona club. We want to also see him very mentally and physically prepared for the next season. So these are the correct steps. This is what we're going to be doing for the next 4 games, and so let's do this. And now let's move on towards Riqui Puig, and let's talk about his future, because right now things are not looking very well. Many of us were saying, okay, now that Nico Gonzalez is going to be out, Pedri is going to be out, Sergio Roberto is also going to be out, maybe we can finally see Riqui Puig receive a good amount of minutes, and we can see him rotate with either either Gavi or Frankie or maybe even Busquets and have Frankie de Jong come in as a central defensive midfielder. But against Mallorca, we did not see that happen. We did not see Riqui Puig face Mallorca for not a single minute. And look, I'm not mad nor am I confused about the decision that is being made coming from Barcelona and Riqui Puig, because one thing is very clear. I know that Xavi does not trust Riqui Puig as of now, as of today. Who knows what it's going to be like in about 5 to 7 days. But whatever Xavi has been seeing during the training sessions when it comes to Riqui Puig, maybe he does see a attitude problem. Maybe he does see that Riqui Puig does not make the best decisions in the middle of the pitch. And so based off what we know right now, like right now at the moment, and seeing how things are playing out, yes, his contract does end in the summer of 23, and it does look like Riqui Puig could be on his way out in this coming summer, only based off because of what we have been seeing coming from Xavi. It just doesn't seem like Xavi does want to use him on the field, even though we only have 4 midfielders available within this squad. And it does say here, according to Roger Torreo, Riqui Puig is expected to leave Barcelona in this coming summer. And so let me tell you guys, this is not going to be the biggest hit that Barcelona is going to be taking if Puig actually does leave. I'm not also questioning Xavi's decision, because if there's one thing that we have to know when it comes to Barcelona, and you compare Barcelona's midfield to like the other midfield of Bayern's or City's or Liverpool or any other club in Europe, Barcelona's midfield is stacked. Like, they are really stacked, and stacked with talent. They have Pedri, Frankie, Gavi, Nico, Pablo Torre, who are all players that can play in the interior position, and they are all especially set to become very special players for the next, at the very least, 7 to 8 years. And so maybe we could see Puig receive a chance against Real Betis, but based off what we have seen, again, we do not know where Puig is going to go in the coming summer. At least his head is right. Like, at least he's in the right place. He has said during the interview that he does want to succeed with Barcelona. He's having a lot of patience. He knows that his chance is going to be coming in. So let's see what Xavi does. Let's see if Xavi and the club do give him a chance. It's just going to be extremely hard to see all of this play out for Riqui Puig, because at one point, I do remember about 1 to 2 weeks ago, there was a game where Xavi Hernández was going for Dembele on the left, Adama Traoré on the right wing, and then having 2 strikers, which was Aubameyang and Luke de Jong. And you know who was the midfielders on that night? I don't remember what game it was, but there was a set midfield where Barcelona really needed to win, and Xavi Hernández went for either Ferran Torres or Memphis Depay to play as an interior in that midfield. He did not even use someone like Riqui Puig, who was available on that night. And so again, I don't know what game that was, but there was a moment where Xavi did go for that type of formation, and he chose those specific players. And so again, I do not know how this is going to be playing out. Hopefully Puig does get that chance on this weekend, and we'll see how we move on from there. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.